How you doing, YouTube? Matt Mess of Beer Reviews, back with yet another review. Not just any review, a little bit of side-by-side Mickey's Grenade style stouts in a form of Reve, or Reve, as I'd like to call them, Brewing. It's their Tiki Weeki. This is Tiki to me. This is a barrel-aged imperial stout aged on cacao nibs and cocoa nut. And this is Forbidden Rabbit. This is a barrel-aged imperial stout aged on cacao nibs, but with macadamia nuts and vanilla. So I'm assuming the same stout, just slightly different adjuncts. They are out of Atlantic Beach, Florida. I do not see an ABV in here. Yep. I think that'd be it. No ABV, good cold, drink fresh. Done and done. These comes courtesy of Carson. Thank you very much, brother. He sent me off a box of Florida jams, and yeah, it's hot out. So what do? I open 2 big stouts and I review them. There was no hiss. There was a hiss on that one. So this one did not have a hiss at all. This one did. Let's see how these suckers fare. Thank you very much, Carson. It's very cool of you to send these off, especially for the whole side-by-side thing. So let's give this a pour, see what she's got. And we should be good there. So we're talking about barrel-aged imperial stout. We don't know what barrel it is. It's bourbon, by the way. I already tasted on that little spritz that was on my finger. Cacao nibs, coconut. So we're basically talking barrel-aged beer, nuts and vanilla, coconut over here. Yeah. They look the same. That's not a surprise, you know. This one's dissipating a little bit quicker. A lot quicker, to be perfectly honest with you. That's your coconut at play. A lot of times coconut there's an oil in coconut that just kind of kills carbonation, so it kind of makes sense that that one's dissipating quicker. I mean, they're mocha-colored, malt ball-colored head with a rich, dark density to them. So, yeah, definitely look the parts of stout. So you're talking about a barrel-aged stout, a bunch of adjuncts. I assume we're talking double digits. Let's get a nose. Oh, there's that. If this tastes like shit, I'm going to be surprised. Oh, it smells so good. See, the weird part is, and a lot of people can't pull this off, is that coconut smells like it's coming from a barrel. I smell like a nice, soft, rich bourbon, a little bit of red cherry vibes, a nice, rich chocolate malt, a little bit of soft kind of marshmallow fluffiness with a little bit of kind of marshmallow chocolatey fluffiness, and that soft kind of coconut vibe coming from a barrel. So it smells like a big barrel-aged stout that got a heaping amount of coconut vibes from a barrel. So they're taking this coconut and just kind of bringing it there, and it kind of makes that barrel kind of jump out to me. This is the way I like stouts to smell. Doesn't smell hot, doesn't smell over the top, just smells like a really rich, delicious, delectable, super fantastical barrel. Let's dive into this sucker nose-wise. Can't wait to drink that. It smells like the vanilla version of that. I don't know where macadamia nuts get you, to be perfectly honest with you. But this smells like a really hyped up vanilla marshmallow version of that one. Sure, the bourbon's a little bit smaller. That coconut's not really all that there. Being that there's no coconut in this one, and it kind of tricks your brain thinking you're getting it from the barrel there. It kind of makes sense. But with that vanilla being as big, it kind of tempers a little bit of that kind of vibe. Again, me going at it, assuming these are the same batches of stout, just treated differently. I think they're both going to be really good. If they taste like poo, I'm going to be absolutely amazed. But this one, I'm actually going to drink this one first because I think this one's going to knock my socks off. So let's dive into the vanilla first. Ooh, there's a little smokiness there too. I like that. That's a pastry stout. Oh man, that's an almond joy and a Mounds bar had a baby. Wow, big vanilla, and you definitely get coconut in here. So that's coming from your barrel. There's a nice bourbon character to it, big, rich. The mouthfeel almost comes off like Porter Doppelbock like, so it has this really fluffy creaminess to it. That's a good beer. That's a good stout. It's pastry all the way, but it's done really well. No heat whatsoever. I mean, you're talking about a bourbon barrel aged stout with a bunch of adjuncts. It's impactful. but it's not that hot. If this, I'm guessing this is barely touching 10%, barely. I'll have to look it up afterwards, but man, that's one of the better adjunct barrel aged stouts that I've had in quite some time. This is fantastic. I mean, I did their on the same beer mail. Carson sent me. It was like a lactose soured beer, super sulfury. Just didn't do it for me. This is so you try to go into these like a little bit kind of impartial, not really assuming all that much, but you know, after that you're kind of like, okay, how is this stout going to be? It's always kind of picking in the back of your brain. No qualms here. That's fucking delicious. Coconut. That's nice. I think I fucked myself by drinking that one first. Only because I think the vanilla is so powerful on this end of things. Let me drink a little bit of fucking Helles Lager. Clean that palate, baby. Sitting out about half an hour. Late struck weediness. I think I fucked myself. Because I thought this one was going to be coconut out the wazoo. But I think the vanilla over here tempered a bit of that. Yeah, that coconut's coming through way more without that vanilla in play. But it really does come like the vanilla is coming from the barrel more than anything else. Listen, the way the head reacted on this one, obviously there's like an oil in there. There's a vanilla or the coconut oil is in there, kind of beating that down a bit. So it's there, and I can actually see it. If you look at it, I'm never going to be able to show you on camera. But you ever see like a motor oil or gasoline and water, it has that kind of rainbow effect. You kind of get that a little bit in here. So you can see those oils coming to a head. So you know there's coconut in there. But if you didn't tell me there was coconut in here, and you somehow kind of black glassed this for me to where I couldn't see the beer, I would assume all that coconut's coming from that bourbon barrel. There's a little bit of soft, smoky char to it, a nice, rich roasted malt with a nice bittering component to it, so it balances off some of that sweetness. And that coconut just makes that barrel sing. It's so hard to get a really pronounced, fantastic kind of coconut from a barrel-aged beer. And more often than not, when a brewery tries to do it, it comes off synthetic. Or it comes off just, there's coconut in here. There's a nice balance here to where it just feels like it's a really, like a Sukaba level kind of coconut to it. And I dig that. Jerry fucking loves it. This, though, this is pastry all the way. Pastry all the way. Vanilla is awesome. It's pronounced, it's hefty, it's impactful, but it's not over the top. You still get those roasted malts. You still get that subtle bourbon barrel, but it's just everything's tempered by how big that vanilla is. These are two really good stouts. I really enjoy these beers. Very big surprise. I mean, it's hard for me to get through stouts sometimes, especially doing a side by side. I just did, a couple side by sides with stouts, and it's hard, man. You know what I mean? Like I'm all about sub 5% beers. So you're talking about these, which I assume is right around 10%. I was kind of like, okay, here we go. But man, these are not going to go down hard at all. I'm going to chug the shit out of both of these. We got to do it. Let's see how the old blend, the Cuvée, goes down. Trademark, the Beer Patrol, 2019. Cheers. I like that. A little bit hotter, oddly enough. I get a little pop of heat on the back. The vanilla is much smaller. The coconut is a little bit smaller. But it all just blends into something a bit more kind of... It's not white noise, but it's a little bit more neutral. I like it. I think it's fun. But I like them separate. I think separate, they make way more sense. Because I think the way the coconut plays by itself over here is absolutely fantastic. It just elevates that barrel. The way the vanilla plays over here, and I'm the kind of person, a little bit too much vanilla, I'm not a happy person. It's so deftly done here. It's impactful enough, but not over the top. I think they're both absolutely perfect on their own accord. And they're really damn tasty beers. Fuck yeah. Reve. See, the funny part is, Reve. It's called Reve Brewing. But then Carson called it Reve, and they corrected him at the brewery, and I started making a joke about, I'm going to call it Reve, but then I forgot which one was correct, so now I don't even know the name of the brewery. So R-E-V-E Brewing out of Florida. Good on you guys. You did a really fucking good job on these. I'm a fan. So there you go. Let's talk about it. Is it some of the better barrel-aged stouts that I've had is like, yes. Is it king shit of fuck mountain? Mount Rushmore level shit? It's eking up there, man. It might be there. I don't know, but it's pretty damn tasty stuff. Value and availability, no idea. Even though Carson told me what they cost, I forget. Bonus points for the Mickey Grenades level bottle. Good on that. And leave you with, if you like, well, you like this. If you like barrel-aged stouts, if you like pastry, if you like barrel, that coconut's going to make you think Cabo level coconut. The barrel's going to make you think vanilla, but not over the top. If you like barrel-aged beers, you like variants, and you like well-done barrel-aged stouts. These are going to do you proper. There you go. Another review in the books. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Down there if you want to talk about it. Massive Beers Hiccups. Massive Beers, social media stuff. Beer Massive. You want to check me out doing the podcasting thing, and hopefully you guys enjoyed the review. Hopefully enjoying some hiccups right now. There it is. And hopefully you see you next time. Cheers.